Number 21, Cardon Edwards. Number 22, Keith Laurier. And number 42, Jason Watts. For our Georgian Grizzlies, we have number 5, Mikhail Williams-McIntosh. Number 6, Tyler Van Nessen, a first-team All-Star for the East this year. Number 10, at guard, Anthony Mego, second-team All-Star in the East this year. Number 21, Daniel Martin. And number 8, Jan Bakari. Getting set to tip off here now. The second consolation game. Winner of this game will face the Redeemer Royals in tomorrow's consolation championship game at noon.
One thing about this Lambton team too is they can either show up and be the best team in the conference, or they can, when they don't show up, they're really not a great basketball team when they don't put the effort in. So we'll see what team shows up today.
Hometown Grizzlies certainly motivated to keep going in this tournament.
If you want to defend your home floor as much as possible.
Lambton wins the tip, and we're off here in this second game of the consolation championship round.
Georgians starting their defense in their 2-3 zone. The one thing about this is the Georgian 2-3 is they want to protect the high post, and the two defenders on the top, who are usually guards, are always interchanging between the high posts.
Van Nessen with a rebound over to Mego, but Mego with a miss. And miss at the other end. Peters can't get it to go. Van Nessen puts it in, and another miss at this end. So right now a little sloppy by both teams. Laurier drives, gets the hoop, and the foul.
Foul on number 5, Mikhail Williams-McIntosh. His first foul of the game. First foul for the Grizzlies. Number 22, Keith Laurier.
Some confusion over the foul on who
Yes.
the foul was actually on for Georgian.
Yeah, Williams-McIntosh is up here at center, and he gets called for the foul.
If I'm not mistaken, he wasn't even in the play.
He wasn't even in the key, so again, that doesn't make sense whatsoever. It's a case right now of officials being officious instead of getting together
Exactly.
and identifying the right player. Hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt Georgian later on with him fouling out. Van Nessen for 3, and he's long. Rebound by Edwards. Edwards brings the ball up. In the middle of Laurier. Laurier into Peters. Peters into Watts. Watts can't finish. Anthony Mego bringing it back for Georgian. So they're down 2-0. Martin. Williams-McIntosh over to Mego. Mego looking for some help from Van Nessen on the block. Drive, pull up 3, makes it! Anthony Mego.
Last night against Humber, he shot 3 for 11 from the three-point line. He had a really hard time getting himself going.
Peters. Laurier, and Laurier drains a 3.
Keith Laurier for 3.
5-3 Lambton. Mego drives. Left hand puts it in. Nice play by Anthony Mego. That's what we need to see from Mego if Georgian's going to have success.
Absolutely, yeah. He needs to get easy shots. A lot of times he'll end up forcing step back threes or contested jumpers. If he can get into the lane, get the bigs off their feet, and finish, it'll get his confidence going.
Peters dribbles the ball out of bounds. Georgian ball. Martin puts it in the bucket. Georgian leads 7-5. Mego gets called on the reach in.
Foul called on number 10, Anthony Mego. His first foul of the game, second foul of the quarter for the Grizzlies.
Here's Mego. Goes over to Martin, and Martin just takes what they give him.
Yep. Avoids the charge too. Good control by Martin.
Edwards. Over to Watts. Watts can't make it go. Mego brings it back up court for Georgian. 7-5 Georgian. 6:39 left in the first quarter. Mego. Cross court to Martin. Martin out to Van Nessen. Van Nessen. For three. Can't get it to go. 7-5. Reed. Over to Peters. Peters. Larry. Can't get it to go. Sean Dutton with a rebound. And Georgian calms things down, sets things up to bring things back. Up court. Mego. Over to Martin. Martin looking for some help. Over to Dutton. Dutton. Drives. Blocked by Watts.
We have 3 seconds on the shot clock here, so you got to get a quick one up.
Mego. Yeah. Anthony Mego's got off to a hot start here for Georgian as they lead 9-5. Dutton.
Good ball pressure
with a
by
steal.
Dutton.
Mego drives and draws the foul. Shooting 2 from the line. Georgian off to a good start. Watch this. Anthony Mego drives. And
Good
Watts
attack,
just
got
takes him
fouled
out.
just at the end of the play there. Otherwise, it was good defense.
Number 13, Tadish Negatish.
How's important for a player like Anthony Mego, who can really control the pace of the game, to be aggressive?
It is important, but sometimes he's overly aggressive, so he needs to be in control, be quick, and not be in a hurry.
Puts his first one in. Georgian with a 10-5 lead. Certainly this is the type of start Georgian was looking for
Absolutely.
in this game. Takes a second free throw. 11-5 Georgian with the lead. Peters brings the ball back up court. Swings it to Reed. Reed drives, kicks it back out to Peters for 3. Nails it. 11-8 Georgian. Anthony Mego bringing the ball back up for Georgian. Drives, kicks it out. Swatted out of the way by Reed. Back in though and saved. Over to Martin. Martin. The Kyle Williams McIntosh with a 3-pointer. 14-8 Georgian. Back up court comes Lambton. Reed drives the hoop, lays it in off the backboard. 14-10. Anthony Mego bringing the ball back.
Yeah, good pace both sides. Offense and defense are both being aggressive.
Mego pull-up jumper from 3, can't make it go, goes out of bounds. Substitution.
Lions possession. Subbing into the game for the Grizzlies, number 11, Damian Tyler.
That was a great play by the Grizzlies.
That's good execution on offense.
Damian Wilson. Called on a foul as Cardon Edwards blows by him.
Foul called on number 11, Damian Wilson. His first foul of the game, third foul of the quarter for the Grizzlies.
Dennis Higueras in the game now for Lambton as well, number 13. Peters. Over to Edwards. Foul.
Foul called on number 11, Damian Wilson. Second foul of the game, Fourth foul of the quarter for the Grizzlies. Subbing in the game for the Grizzlies, number 1, Daniel Martin.
Quick fouls, and they had to get pulled. Gordon Edwards for the pass over to Journey Joseph, who can't handle it. Goes off of him out of bounds, and Georgian gets possession back again. Anthony Mago, pretty intense today so far.
Yeah, he's a competitor for sure. One of the toughest players on the roster.
Van Nessen for 3, can't get it to go. 0 for 3 from three-point range so far for Tyler Van Nessen. Journey Joseph brings the ball back up. Over to Peters. Peters. Over to Edwards. Edwards on the dribble. Back over to Hagaitis. Hagaitis loses the ball to Dutton. And Sean Dutton takes over for Georgian, getting it to Anthony Mago. Runs the floor. Drives. Dish to Martin. Beautiful play. Timeout called. Lambton Lions. Georgian with an 18-12 lead, and they are executing well to start this game. You can see here, Mago, unselfish, dishes the ball off to Martin for the easy layup.
Being aggressive, getting into the paint, drawing to help defenders, and kicking it off to Martin for an easy layup. Good work by the Grizzlies.
Certainly this is the type of start they were looking to get off to last night, but Humber didn't let them, did they?
No,
but they're making their shots, as opposed to yesterday.
Yeah.
Had similar chances and couldn't do it.
Yep.
Certainly a good start for the Grizzlies. The Lions need the timeout. Lions have shown they can hit from 3, just not executing in the paint so far.
Nope, they're not really getting into the paint at all. And Jordan's defense hasn't been what their coaching staff expects. So if they can get into the paint a little bit, then it'll open up some more threes. It'll open them up at the rim. So definitely continue to be aggressive, maybe get some motion offense going. Make Georgian defend the entirety of the shot clock.
For sure. Lambton ball to bring things in. To start things up again, Dwayne Lambert-Cador in the game now. Number 10 with the ball. Sees Journey Joseph. Tipped away by Van Nessen. Van Nessen behind the back pass. For 3, oh, what a play. Williams McIntosh, Kyle Williams McIntosh on a behind the back pass from Tyler Van Nessen. Makes the score 21-12 for Georgian. And coming right back at Georgian is Tyvel Peters. Drives the hoop, close the gap to 21-14. But that was a great play by Georgian. Williams McIntosh from 3, can't make it go.
It's a quick shot. Want to get the ball moving a bit more.
Oh, picked off. Oh, loose ball. Off a Georgian player. Lambton ball. Off a Georgian player out of bounds. Yeah, he did do a quick shot there.
Yeah.
You want to take time off the clock, don't you?
Yeah, you
Set up
want to.
your
You just want
offense.
to look for great shots. When you pass it one time and then shoot, you don't really make the defense defend, right? So.
Dutton with the steal. Runs the floor. And a layup. And the foul. And 1. Sean Dutton with a heck of a play.
Foul on number 42, Jason Ross. His second foul of the game.
Great defense here by Dutton to get the steal off the inbound.
And then he runs the floor.
Runs the floor, stays composed, finishes with contact, and now he's at the free throw line.
23-14. Dutton shooting 1. Spans the Georgian lead to 10, their biggest lead of the game, 24-14. 1:42 left in the first quarter. Journey Joseph bringing it up for Lambton, and he just goes hard to the hoop.
Journey Joseph.
Certainly Lambton's athleticism on display there.
Absolutely.
Martin,
Lambton's
up to
dropped
Mago.
back into his zone here, so Jordan's going to try and move the ball around as much as they can.
Mago setting it up, wants a block.
You see on your screen there that the middle of that zone is wide open. So if Georgian can get the ball into there, they'll suck the defense in, and then they can kick out the shooters.
Miss. Martin deflects the ball and deflects it off a Lambton player to get possession. Daniel Martin having a good, solid game so far. Anthony Mago into Williams McIntosh, back to Mago, back to Martin. Martin looks to drive, kicks it out to Williams McIntosh. He shoots for three, and he nails it. Williams McIntosh off to a great start here for Georgia.
Yep, he's 3 for 4 from the three-point line. He can get hot, and last night he was another player that couldn't find his rhythm from range. So today's looking good.
Jordy Joseph looking for someone to dish to. Passes the ball off. Miss. Van Nessen. Joseph with the save. Deflection. Loose ball. Get it back again. Shot clock violation. We have a shot clock malfunction here. So the refs are conferring to try to figure out how things are going to get reset. Explain kind of what happened there, Connor, once that ball goes up.
So essentially what happens is the refs have to make a decision on who has possession of the ball. So if Georgian had possession, then there would be a full shot clock reset.
Okay.
But because the ball was getting tipped around, it doesn't.
Starting the game for the Grizzlies, number 9, Ben Toville.
Ben Toville in the game now.
And number 35, David Green.
And David Green in now for Georgian as well.
Looks like they gave a possession of one of the teams, and then Georgian was out of bounds.
Jason Heron coming in for Lambton. 23 seconds left in the quarter. Joseph looks to drive, shoots, can't get it to go. Hits off the shot clock. Georgian ball. 14.9 seconds left in the quarter. (27-16). Obviously, Georgia will look for the last shot here.
Yep, you definitely want the last shot. You want to stretch this lead out as much as you can.
10 seconds left. Mago drives, looks, shoots, gets it to go. And Georgia with a 29-16 lead as they enter into the second quarter. Couldn't have asked for a much better start for the Grizzlies, could you?
They got off to a really hot start. That's a really good shot there by Anthony Mago at the end of the shot, at the end of the clock.
Absolutely. And Lambton, it's not like Lambton's playing poorly. How's Georgian doing on defense against them?
Georgian's doing okay. I think Coach Matt Colson's is gonna want to see better defense from them. What he likes to instill in his guys is not giving up middle on defense. And Jordan's actually been giving up middle quite a bit against the Lambton offense. As you can see here, gave up middle and then ended up getting a layup out of it.
On the other end, though, Anthony Mago is really taking control and being the court general that they need them to be.
Yeah, absolutely. He's extremely critical in games like this as a leader, both verbally and non-verbally too. So he's done a good job so far.
Martin's having himself a solid game as well. And Nikyle Williams McIntosh with a couple of key three-pointers has been a huge help so far.
Yep, absolutely.
He's a guy you said that once he gets hot,
yeah, once he
gets
really
hot, it's instrumental for Georgia.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And here he is again putting another one in. But a great start for the Grizzlies. Couldn't have asked for better. Certainly would have liked to start last night, but
absolutely. Lambton's also turned the ball over 7 times, and Georgian hasn't had a single turnover, so that makes a big difference too, because that gives Georgian the ball 7 extra times, right? And that's 7 extra times to score.
Absolutely. Number 24 now in for Lambton Lions, Tyler Grevers. in the game. Georgian starts with the ball second quarter. Anthony Mago bringing the ball up 29-16. Behind the back pass to Van Nessen. Van Nessen drives. Oh, and it's a good block there by Keith Laria. Laria over to Edwards. Edwards in the Peters. Peters comes up short. Ball goes out of bounds.
Out of play on the Lions. Grizzly possession.
Grizzly possession. Damon Green bringing it in for the Grizzlies. Up to Mago. Mago bringing the ball forward. Anthony Mago at point for Georgian. For a block, gets a block, turns the corner, kicks it out. Green for three. Another great shot by Georgian to extend their lead. Peters. And then Laria. Laria can't make it go. Big rebound by Van Nessen. Mago pushing the floor. Tries to get it into Martin. But Laria tips it out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Martin looking for somebody. Mago. Into Green. Green. Laying off the ball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Into Van Nessen. Van Nessen. Into a cutting Martin. Martin can't get it to go. Was
tough.
patient, but just couldn't get it to go. Cardon Edwards. Back for Lambton. And it rattles a couple of times, but goes in the hoop. 32-18, Georgian. Van Nessen into Martin. Martin tries to get it into Toffel. Toffel. Back over to Martin. Martin swings around top of the key, kicks it out to Green. Green looks for three. Back to Toffel. Toffel. Into Van Nessen. Van Nessen hard to the hoop. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, they couldn't get it off in a steal. Peters swings it around, does not get the foul call. Mago driving hard to the hoop, lays it in, coast to coast. Anthony Mago, 34-18. Laria, pull up, jumper, can't get it to go. Van Nessen. Foul called on.
That's first foul of the game. First foul in the corner for the Grizzlies. Subbing into the game.
Sean Dutton back in the game. Van Nessen coming out.
Subbing into the game for the Grizzlies. Number 7, Sean Dutton.
Kyle Williams McIntosh back in the game for the Grizzlies as well.
And number 5, Williams McIntosh.
Cardon Edwards with the ball. Into Laria. Laria blocked by Williams McIntosh. Up to Green. Green running the floor. Looks for Mago. Mago. Deep three. Nails it! Timeout call by the Lambton Lions.
Timeout call by the Lions.
Big shot there for Mago in transition. Puts us to a 9. 13-point game now.
It's a great play here by Williams McIntosh. Green runs the floor, kicks it out to Mago. Wide open three, and he makes no mistake.
8-2-4-9.
Again, the Grizzlies' ability to run the floor, and they're hitting their shots, aren't they?
They are, yes, but they're getting good shots out of it because they're running the floor, because they're getting loose balls, and they're rebounding pretty well too.
Well, certainly this is the type of start that the Grizzlies wanted. They're carrying that momentum. A long way to go, but it's certainly positive.
Absolutely.
For Georgia.
They have to keep their foot on the pedal here because Lambton can turn this around really quick. They're really streaky from behind the 3-point line, and they can get to the rim too with their athleticism.
.737 left in the half. Grizzlies with a big 37-18 lead. But these Lambton Lions can shoot the lights out. No lead is safe. Cardon Edwards brings the ball up. Edwards, reaching foul on Toffel.
Foul called on number 9. His second foul of the game.
Good idea on the hedge there. Just tell Phil needs to keep his hands up instead of reaching out.
Peters to Edwards. Edwards, open three, nails it. We were just talking about that. That's the danger against this Lambton Lions team. If you give them easy looks like that, they're going to take advantage. Mego for three. He drains it. Anthony Mego certainly on fire today for Georgian so far.
Firing on all cylinders, creating shots for himself and for teammates.
Rebound Dutton. Mego back up the floor for Georgian. Looking for help. Dishes it off to Williams McIntosh. Looks for three. Can't get it to go. Edwards back up the floor to Laria. Laria with a dunk.
Great run by Lambton.
40-23 Georgian.
Laria contested that shot really well and got out in transition.
Mego slows it down.
Nice pass.
For Georgian. Mego driving the lane. Kicks it out to Williams McIntosh for three. He can't get it to go. And back in transition come Lambton. Laria. Over to Edwards. Edwards for three. Can't get it to go. Dutton with a big rebound, and Mego bringing the ball back up for Georgia. Dutton, top of the key. Williams McIntosh in the Toffel. Toffel turnaround jumper. And it goes. It took a while, but it went down. Georgian extends its lead, 42-23. Edwards kicks it out to Laria. Laria out to Reed. Reed.
Great finish.
DeAndre Reed
gets the bucket and the foul, going to the line.
Nice backdoor cut by Reed there. Way to finish on the reverse. Good pass too. That's good offense for Lambton. Here's that dunk again. See him getting out in transition. Finishing without any contest.
Timeout called by the Grizzlies as they have a 42-23 lead. It's certainly nice to see Georgian playing the way they're capable of against a team that, well, really had a good run coming into these championships.
They sure did. They upset George Brown on the road. George Brown was second in the East for the crossover, and they went into George Brown's gym and won, which is never easy to do.
And leading into the playoffs, they had defeated actually Fanshawe and Redeemer, who
That's
we'd
right.
seen play earlier today. So, and the West is always tough.
Yep.
A 10-10
Yep.
record in the West is
It's pretty good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
on paper they may look like a 500 team, but
Well, that's the thing, is they're not the most consistent, right? So they can compete with anybody, but they have to come out with energy, and they need to prove that.
absolutely. DeAndre Reed shooting one. 42-25 Georgian. 5:47 left in the half. And he makes it. Cuts the lead down, 42-26. Anthony Mego with the ball. Williams McIntosh up to Mego. Mego to Martin. Martin swings it down low to Van Nessen. Van Nessen drives. Can't get it to go. Can't get the rebound. Mego does, though. Back out to Van Nessen. Van Nessen looks. Drives. Pull-up jumper. Drains it. Timeout. Peters brings it back up for Lambton. Over to DeAndre Reed. Reed drives. Kicks it back out to Cardon Edwards. Up fake. And drains the
Good offense
two-pointer.
for Lambton.
44-28.
Edwards.
Deshaun Kelly now in for Lambton, number 15. Van Nessen. Open look. Can't get it to go. Great defensive play there by Anthony Mago. As File gets called on timeout, Peters. Mago did have position on him, so.
He did, yeah. He hustled back off of that miss.
44-28. Grizzlies bring the ball back up. Anthony Mago at the helm. Sean Dutton called for a push. Turnover. We got substitutions for Lambton. Number 7, Journey Joseph back in the game, and number 22, Keith Laria.
You'll notice for Lambton too, they don't really slow down on offense. They like to play basketball. They don't really run sets.
Oh, a three-point play there.
And with that style of play, Georgian has to make sure that they're getting home on defense and they're locking in and keeping their man in front of them.
Van Nessen kicks it out to Mago. Mago drives, kicks it into Dutton. Oh, goaltending on the play. That was a great series by Georgian.
Yep.
Dutton gets a goaltend call. 46-31. Laria brings the ball up for Lambton. Drives, kicks it out to Hadjadis. He can't handle it. Out of bounds.
You gotta like the aggression of Reed too to go after the ball. Even though it was a goaltend, you don't want to give up anything easy.
Mago brings the ball up for Georgian. Over to Martin. Martin at the top of the key. Looking for a pass. Passes it off to Williams McIntosh. Cross the zones, and nobody in particular. Little mix up there.
Not sure he saw what he was passing out there.
Turnover. And Laria brings it back up for Lambton. He drives, looks off. Joseph for 3, in and out. Rebound, Williams McIntosh. So he brings it back up for Georgia.
Georgia needs to close out on that shooter because he's not going to miss wide open looks like that very often.
So Georgia with a 46-31 lead, but certainly can play a little tighter on defense, and if they don't, could be paying a price later on. Martin, Williams McIntosh puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound, Hadjadis. Joseph brings it back coast to coast in, and a nice play by Laria. Just lays it in.
And that's that point where Georgian has to get back because Lambton, again, they don't really run a structured offense, and they're getting out, they're running, and they're just looking to play. And they're gonna get looks like that if Jordan doesn't get home.
Mago, one-on-one against Hadjadis. Into Van Nessen, reaching foul by Journey. And the Lambton players are not impressed with that call.
Number 7, Journey Joseph. His first foul of the game, second foul of the quarter for the Lambton.
2:41 left in the half, 46-33, Georgian. Van Nessen. Williams McIntosh into Dutton. Dutton drives, kicks it out to Van Nessen for 3. Can't get it to go. Mago kicks it out to Williams McIntosh for 3, and he drains it! Kyle Williams McIntosh with a 3-pointer. 49-33, Georgian. Tyvel Peters. Stolen by Mago. He runs the floor. Drives the hoop. Can't get it to go. Martin does get it to go. 51-33. That's a little bit more intense, isn't it, Connor?
Yeah, absolutely. Get a few easy ones at the basket. It's going to open up the outside shot.
Laria can't hit the 3. Dutton with the rebound for Georgian, and Anthony Mago has the ball. 1:50 left in the half. Georgian up 51-33. Tyler Peters on Mago. Tries to get the steal. Almost does. Mago saves it. Over to Williams McIntosh for 3, and he nails it again! Having himself a game, isn't he?
Sure is. And they're open looks, too. So you gotta like him. That's gonna be a block. Dutton draws a lot of, Dutton draws a lot of charges. He's drawn a lot throughout the season, but he was moving his
He
feet
didn't get
there.
the charge on that one.
No, he was moving his feet there.
That's his third foul of the game. He's not happy.
There's been a couple sequences here where Lambton hasn't gotten any scores, and that's due to part that the fact that they don't really run a structured offense, so there's nothing that they can actually go to that can pretty much guarantee them open looks. They have to continually working and playing to get these open looks. And sometimes they'll settle for outside jumpers.
Doesn't make it. Rebound by Nesson. Martin. Ooh. Joseph with a nice play. Substitution. Ben Topher coming into the game. Taking Sean Dutton out. Timeout for Georgia called. 1:19 left in the half. Georgia with a 54-33 lead. And really playing a game that they need to be playing.
Yep.
They certainly came to play today. Anthony Mago has shown a super leadership role here.
Yep. This is a good sequence for Georgian here, getting out in transition. Martin grabbing the rebound and not quitting on the play, finishing at the rim.
Absolutely, and then Mago again takes the ball, fights to keep it, over to Williams McIntosh, who drains yet another three. He's been dynamite from three-point range.
Yeah, and he, again, last night he had a hard time getting going, so it's good to see him hitting some shots here.
54-33, 1:19 left on the half. It's important for Georgia here to keep things going and strong.
Yep, keep your foot on the pedal for sure. Even if the shots that aren't falling as much, as long as you're pushing the ball and you're getting open looks, the shots are going to fall. You might cool off a little bit, but that's definitely the way you want to be playing. Keeps you in control.
Frustration setting in a little bit for Lambton, but as you were saying, they kind of play a street ball style, and if they get behind,
it's hard to come back from for sure. But as long as they make Georgian defend them, they could turn this lead around. So. They just can't.
As you can say, there's certainly gaps in Georgian's defense that can be exploited if things do get settled down.
Yep.
Williams McIntosh at the top of the key, swings it into Toffel. Toffel looking, and he drains it. Card on Edwards, we're going to back up for Lambton. 1:07 left, Ernie Joseph. Kicks it, Toffel with the steal, up to Mago. Oh, tries to get it to Van Nessen for the dunk. Can't do it, it's a little too cute there.
It's a risky pass.
55 seconds left in the half. Card on Edwards on the wing. Kicks it over to Reed. Euro steps. Kicks it off to Tyval Peters. Peters for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Williams McIntosh. Mago misses from three. Laria, 25 seconds left. Goes to the hoop. Lays it in and kisses it off the glass. 56-33.
There's that middle drive again that Jordan keeps giving up. There you're getting an easy layup there.
Looking for the last shot. Mago, 8 seconds left in the half. It's looking double blocks. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Vanessa tries the trick play but can't get it to go. But Georgian with a great first half lead, 56-35 at the break.
Okay, so we come to the conclusion of the first half here at Georgian College. So the host team, the Grizzlies, are leading the Lambton Lions 56-35. The story of the game so far is Jordan's been hitting all their shots. So they've been looking good. They're getting in the paint. They're making the extra pass. Everything's looking good. On Lambton's side, they're showing moments of good offense. They're getting into the lane. They're getting into the middle. But they are taking some one pass and even no pass shots. Going into the second half, something important for the Grizzlies will be to keep their foot on the pedal. They want to keep this pressure on Lambton and essentially put the ball in Lambton's court to make them catch up to Georgian's lead. Mikhail Williams-McIntosh has 5 3-pointers already in this game. He's got 15 points, so he's got all his points from behind the arc. Sure. And now we're gonna look at an interview with the Georgian assistant coach, John Marley.
Hi, with Grizzlies coach John Marley. John, big difference between today's game and last night's game. Humber, tough team to play against, being one of the top teams in the country. What's been the difference so far for you guys? How did you regroup these guys to come out and play hard?
Honestly, yesterday we didn't make any shots in the first half whatsoever. It was we had a plan coming into this weekend. We're executing it today, and we executed it yesterday. We just really didn't make any shots in the first half. But it was really bad. Today, it's a sign of good. As long as we play the same in the second half, I don't think we should have a problem.
Yeah, it's certainly been noticeable that you guys are making shots. Anthony Mago got things rolling early. He's had a good leadership role. How about Mikhail Williams-McIntosh? Tell me a bit about him and how important he is to your offense clicking.
Yeah, he was hurt at the start of the season, but now that he's back, he's a knockdown shooter for us. It opens up the floor for the guys driving. He's a fantastic player, and he's smart. I think he's in his 4th year. Knows what we're running on the floor, and he's a very effective player. He should have been more. We should have had him more during the season, but.
And certainly on the rebounding end of things, Sean Dutton's played really well. We've got Ben Toffel contributing, so you've got a lot of guys contributing. What's the key, do you guys think, going into the second half to keep things rolling?
Second half, we got to take our when they miss, we got to get out and run, and when there's not a miss on a make, we got to control the game, get good shots like we're doing, and knock them down pretty much.
Thanks a lot. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Connor.
Thank you.
Third quarter of the Georgian Grizzlies and Lambton Lions. So far the Grizzlies have been red hot. They're shooting 50% from behind the arc, and they're shooting 55% from the field. So the Grizzlies are looking to keep that momentum going and put an end to this game so they can advance to the consolation finals tomorrow. So we'll be back after the break looking at the third quarter. Okay, welcome back. We're at halftime here at the Georgian Athletic Centre in Barrie, Ontario. We are at the game 2 of the day, the consolation semifinals between the Lambton Lions and the Georgian Grizzlies. In the quarterfinals, the Lambton Lions had lost to the Niagara Knights and Georgian Grizzlies lost to Humber Hawks. Story of the game so far, Georgian's been very aggressive. They've been getting into the lane. They're hitting shots, they're getting layups, and they're playing pretty solid defense. Lambton is actually only shooting 28% from the three-point line, and they do take a lot of threes, so that has affected the score of the game for sure. One thing they're doing really well, though, is they're getting into the middle, and they're getting layups at will against Georgian's defense. A couple plays here. Georgian stays with the play, and Anthony Mego finishes the tip from Williams McIntosh. Here, Lambton again shooting a lot of outside threes, hitting that one off some good offense. And Kyle William McIntosh, as you see there, hits a three. Williams McIntosh has 5 threes in this game already, so he's been red hot from behind the arc. And there he is again, hitting another 3 later in the second quarter. A couple things to look for in the second half is if the Grizzlies can keep up their hot shooting. If they do cool down, it could impact the score of the game because they aren't playing the greatest of defense. Because Lambton's been able to get into the key and create shots for each other, get in, kick out. They're just missing some shots. So if Lambton starts getting hot and the Grizzlies start getting cold, this game could be a lot closer than it already is.
If that does happen, Connor, what would you do from a coaching standpoint on the Grizzlies side of things to kind of stem the bleeding if it gets to that?
You really have to, as a coach, you really have to emphasize the defensive part because you can chip away at leads through your defense. So you need guys, especially in for Georgian's defense, because they want to keep you out of the middle. You want to tell guys, hey, like you got to keep your guy in front of you, and you can't let him get middle, because in this defense, when you get middle, that's when the shots get created for the other team. So it starts with defense. You got to keep your man in front of you, and basically, like, the guys just have to go out and do it.
First half stats here for Grizzlies Lions matchup in this consolation semifinal. Georgian shooting an amazing 55% from the floor. Yesterday they started out by shooting a paltry 11% in the first quarter against Humber. So big difference here. 9 of 18. They're shooting 50% from three-point range. 3 from the three-point free throw line. 100% there. 25% certainly is not good on the Lions side of things. And they're 4 of 14 from 3. And that's been the difference maker right now, is the percentage shooting by the Grizzlies. Hopefully they can keep it up. And we're going to be starting the second half shortly here.
Okay. So we're going to head on to a break now. We will be back with an interview with the Lambton coach.
Stay tuned.
Hi, we're here with head coach James Grant from the Lambton Lions. Tough loss yesterday against Niagara. How do you get your guys back up to play in a game like this?
Oh, it's tough. We talked as a team, and there was some deficiency we had in that game. I thought our transition offense it wasn't where it was supposed to be, and we kind of wanted to focus today on learning how to run in transition with little adversity from a bigger team, and we've struggled a bit with it today. We kind of assumed starting the game plan to try to run against Georgia, a really strong team. It was going to be tough, and we'll see how we can do in the second half.
Absolutely. Second half keys for you guys. The shooting percentage isn't what it can be. Really have an athletic team. You want to obviously try to take advantage of that, I guess, in the second half.
Right. I mean, moving ahead, we're not losing anybody after this year. I know graduates, and running the floor against a tough team is definitely where we need to improve. We saw that last night. We played pretty good defense, so couldn't get the offense going. So it's a process, and hopefully we'll use this half to keep going.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Back to you, Connor.
All right, welcome back. That was the Lambton assistant coach talking to our broadcaster, Sterling. So we're about a minute away from the start of the third quarter here. As we've seen throughout the first half, Georgian's been red hot from the field, from behind the arc, shooting 55% from the field and 50% from the three-point line. So hopefully they can keep up their hot shooting. As for Lambton, they just need to keep being aggressive and just chip away at the lead. A couple players to watch. Anthony Mego for Georgian has been stellar for them throughout the first few quarters. He already has 19 points on 7 of 12 shooting. And Keith Laria for Lambton has 11 points, and he is 5 for 9 shooting. So he is playing very efficiently given the minutes that he has had.
Thanks a lot, Connor, for that. Getting set here to start the second half of play. Georgian with a big 56-35 lead over the Lambton Lions. But Lambton's certainly able to get back in this game if they find their range shooting-wise.
And a 21-point lead is nothing at this point. You can chip away at that. Just go 2-3 points at a time, get some stops. Georgian's inevitably going to be scoring the basketball, but as long as you just go point by point, possession by possession, you'll be fine.
Cardon Edwards starts things off. Tyvel Peters. Peters loses the handle. Laria drives. And there's a bucket to start things off. Jason Watts gets things going for Lambton. Makes the score 56-37. Anthony Mego bringing the ball back up for Georgian. And to Sean Dutton. Sean. Over to Nikhil Williams. McIntosh. Tucks it into Martin. Martin. Underneath the basket. Waits. Oh, he gets blocked. Good defense there by the Lambton Lions. Laria brings the ball back up. Tucks it inside to DeAndre Reed. Reed back out to Edwards. Edwards kicks it out again. Can't get it to go. Jason Watts tries to get it to go. Van Nessen drives the hoop. Kicks it out to Martin. Martin.
Good extra
inside.
Pass. Good inside out game here.
Can't get it to go, but gets a rebound. Oh, he scrambles. Martin kicks it out to Van Nessen for 3. Makes it!
Good offense, making the best of the situation there for the Grizzlies.
Tyvel Peters into Reed. Reed kicks it back out to Edwards.
Georgians dropped back into their 2-3 zone again. They started the game with this, but they actually went back to man.
Laria can't get it to go. Williams McIntosh puts it up to Mego. Mego, wide open 3, takes it and drains it. 62-37 Georgian, and they've quickly taken advantage of some miscues by Lambton.
Yep, they've come out hot. And they're keeping their foot on the gas here. Lambton's come out, with the exception of that 3, they've come out stale.
Keith Laria gets a 3-pointer to get 3 points back for Lambton. Anthony Mego taking his time bringing the ball up court. Van Nessen. Williams McIntosh. Waiting for Martin. Martin inside to Dutton. Great series there by Georgia.
Good series, good offense, defensive lapse from Lambton.
Timeout called by James Grant. Not impressed with the defensive effort by his team right now.
And that's just a matter of talking. Like a backdoor there for Dutton. Lambton, there's no excuse there. You have to talk to each other, call the back screens, call the off-ball screens.
You were talking about it as we started this game, that Lambton's the type of team that if they get rolling and get feeling good about themselves, they're a dangerous team. Right now, their body language certainly indicates they're not feeling good about their game.
No, yeah, they definitely don't have any. They don't have any swagger. That's one thing that you have to go into a game with. Is you have to. It's going back to confidence. You have to go into the game knowing you can beat the team and knowing you can play with them.
Dutton, right now, great hustle play here. Martin kicks it out to Van Nessen, and there's a dagger. He's going to hit that all day long if you give it to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then again, Mego with a wide open three. Again, we talked about this in the first half, and Coach John Marley talked about it too. They're hitting their shots.
They
didn't hit their shots.
They did not hit their shots last night.
Absolutely hitting their shots now.
That would have been a different game too if they made even 20% more of those shots.
Absolutely.
It was, again, they were under 20% from three and from the field goal range. So.
And you're just not going to win a ball game when you do that.
No, absolutely not. And again, they weren't getting stops. When you get stops, you can stay in the games, but
absolutely,
you still got to put the ball in the net eventually.
Tyvel Peters brings it up for Lambton as they trail 64-40. Tucks it over to Laria. Laria for three. Short. Gets his own rebound though, drives, and puts it in the hole. Keith Laria having a great game so far for Lambton. Mego into Dutton. Dutton out to Martin. Martin over to Mego. Top of the key. Into Dutton. Dutton. Mego.
Good ball.
Williams McIntosh for three. Can't get it to go. No rebounds.
You'll live with the miss like that because Lambton dropped back into the zone in that possession. Georgia moved the ball around, got about 5 touches on the offense, and McIntosh didn't hit the shot. That's okay.
Peters for three, and here they go. The range, they're starting to find their range. Yep. 64-45.
Taking up the intensity a bit here too. Extending that zone, trying to trap ball handler.
Kick ball.
That's one thing that Georgian struggles with throughout, or had struggled with throughout the
Peters
season.
Peters drains another three, and they're back in the game quickly.
There it is.
Timeout called by Georgian College. A little 8-0 run here by Lambton.
8-0 run again. Georgian in the past has really struggled with pressure, especially trapping. The problem is you can't dribble through pressure. You got to pass through it. And we'll see that throughout the game.
Laria kicks out to Peters for the three.
And that's better offense for Lambton too. There's 3 touches there on that offense.
Brings it back down, shot. And then takes advantage of the three again. So.
And there you just got to stop the basketball. Plain and simple.
Good timeout by head coach Matt Colson. Tries to settle his guys down. 6:44 left in the third, 64-48. And we talked about this Lambton Lions squad. If they start feeling good about themselves and get on a roll, their athleticism, they're going to be tough to stop.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not the biggest team height-wise, but they are very athletic and they're very long too. So when they go into a press like this, they actually take up quite a bit of the court too. So it makes it harder to actually get through the trap. Again, as we mentioned before too, they took it to Fanshaw, Redeemer, and George Brown. We're all good teams.
Dutton to the hoop, and that's a good play coming out of the timeout there for Georgia. Knocked away by Williams McIntosh. Dutton running the floor. Goes to the hoop, dribbles it out of bounds, doesn't get the foul call.
Lions possession.
Tyvel Peters. Bringing up the left wing. Swings around the top of the key. Looks for the open three. Can't get it to go. Van Nessen knocks it over to Williams McIntosh, who brings it back up court.
Even off the miss, Lambton are trying to be aggressive here and get into that trap.
Kick ball called against the Lions.
Deflected out of bounds off of Cardown Edwards. Martin kicks it into the game. Edwards brings it back up court. Blocked by Anthony Mago.
Foul call on number 10, Anthony Mago. His second foul of the game. First foul on the Grizzlies.
Now joined by Sean McAvoy, my fellow play-by-play man, as Conor Laurent, our color analyst, had to leave. Welcome, Sean.
It's been a pretty good game here between Lambton and Georgian.
Absolutely. A little bit better than last night's game that you did with Georgian.
Certainly, yeah. Looks like Georgian's knocking down some shots. Here's Mago, breakaway, nice pass, points for
Nice
Vanessa.
finish. Whoa!
Wow, what a play.
Keith Laria comes back with authority.
He took off from maybe a step past the free throw line. What a leap.
Martin Dutton can't control a pass, knocks it out of bounds.
Out of play on the Grizzlies, minus possession.
Tyvel Peters, 68-50, Georgian. Journey Joseph back in the game
Journey Joseph.
as he takes out Cardon Edwards. 68-50, 5:17 left in the third quarter. Lambton with the ball. Reed.
Hagedis.
Easy layup there.
We saw yesterday Lambton likes to get inside and then make that dish pass. It worked there. Hagedis was able to get the points out of it.
Mago trying to work through the trap. Williams McIntosh into Dutton. Dutton. Martin. Mago. Van Nessen for three. Can't get it to go. Reed with a rebound, pushing the ball back up court for Lambton. Peters drives a lane. Gets the bucket.
A good take by Peters, finishing strong with the left hand.
68-54. Lambton starting to turn up the pressure here on Georgian. Van Nessen. Over to Williams McIntosh. Into Dutton. Out to Van Nessen. Out to Mago. Mago drives the key. Inside to Dutton. Contact, but no foul called.
I think that's the right idea, though, over the last couple of minutes.
Oh,
Georgian's
Meadow with a
starting to-
steal. They got a reach-in foul here.
On that last possession, great to see Georgian get that ball inside. Dutton was contested on the shot, wasn't able to make it, but it's the right idea to get the inside instead of working on the outside.
His first foul of the game. First foul of the quarter for the Lions. Subbing into the game for the Grizzlies, number 11, Damian Wilson.
Damian Wilson back in the game for Georgian. Came in the first quarter, got 2 fouls in the first minute, and they had to get him out. So let's see if he can.
Definitely a difference maker when he's
Mago.
on the floor.
Williams McIntosh for three, and he drains it. Really found the range here this game. That was lacking against Humber, so it's nice to see. Laria back up to Reed. Reed Euro steps and gets it to go.
Good finish in the paint there by Reed.
Williams McIntosh over to Mago. Reach and foul, and Keith Laria. Ref's not letting a lot go in this game. Sean.
Second foul of the quarter for the Lions. Subbing into the game for the Lions, number 10, Dwayne Lambert-Cador.
You just pipe in whenever you want.
Sounds good.
Williams McIntosh gives the ball to Mago. 3:24 left in the quarter, 71-56 Georgian. Mago. Trying to get a play set. Dutton on the block, goes around the block. Double team. Foul called on Tyvel Peters and number 10.
Dwayne Lambert-Cador.
Dwayne Lambert-Cador. Let's see the replay here. Oh, yeah, he did reach and catch Mago on the elbow there. Anthony Mago. Top of the key. Van Nessen for three, and he drains it.
Lambert-Cador got caught in that zone there. He got sucked over to guard Mago, left Vanessa wide open for that look.
Lajabis can't get it to go. Mago, reach in foul, Dennis Hajadis.
Foul called on number 13, Dennis Hajadis, his second foul of the game.
His second foul of the day.
Fourth foul of the Lions.
Damian Wilson. Or sorry, Mango. Looking to set things up, drives the hole.
I think he liked his matchup there against Hegedus,
Gets
but
called with a travel.
Travel call against Grizzlies. Subbing in the game for the Grizzlies, number 35, David Green.
David Green in. It's going to give Anthony Mango a break here. 74-56. 2:38 left in the quarter.
I certainly find it interesting to see what Matt Colson does with his lineup, especially in this consolation round. Start building towards the future now. This season technically isn't going to work out for a bronze, silver, gold medal for Georgian.
Absolutely. Want to make sure you give guys opportunity to play and get game experience against a good squad. Green swings it into Dutton. Dutton can't loses the handle, but gets it back. Jump ball. Foul? Foul on the play.
Lambton's being aggressive, trying to create some turnovers. Unfortunately, it's hurting them. They're getting called for fouls here. And now, yeah, Georgia's going to be able to take advantage being in the bonus.
Dwayne Lambert, Cador with his second foul. Dutton from the line. Can't make the first one.
Number 7, Sean Dutton shooting.
But makes the second. Extends the lead to 75-56. 2:09 left in the third. Tyvel Peters to Lambert Cador. Joseph for three. Can't get it to go. Put back. Reed can't get it to go. And a foul on Hajadis.
And that's points for Georgian if they can knock down their free throws.
Absolutely, we're in bonus time now.
Just when Lambton was starting to creep back into this game a little bit, getting into foul trouble, now Georgian's really able to take advantage of it at the line.
Dennis Hajadis out of the game.
Jason Watts coming in.
Replacing DeAndre Reed. Cardon Edwards back in the game as well, number 21. Misses.
A lane violation, perhaps.
By the shooter. Misses both. 75-56. Lambert Cador brings it up to Peters. Watts with a block, with a hold off the ball there. Change of possession. Van Nessen coming out. Liz McIntosh coming out.
I think if you're Lambton, just try and get out of this quarter. Right now you're in the foul trouble, but you can hit it hard in the fresh fourth quarter. You'll have no team fouls. You can try again.
Green in the Dutton to Toffel. Toffel loses the handle. And Joseph comes back the other way. Dishes off to Peters. Peters for the bucket. 75-58. Georgian's got to watch it here. Not let Lambton go on a run. Not with their second unit in.
They've got him right in a good position on the trap.
Green.
Good job to get it
draws
out.
the foul.
They had him there. Good job by Wilson to get rid of it, and a good play by Green.
Shaq Seymour.
Foul call on number 8, Shaq Seymour, his first foul of the game. Number 35, Tatum Green, shooting 2.
That was a perfect example of Green there, not waiting for the ball to come to him. Went at the ball. It's like a football play, you know?
Absolutely.
Went
Go
right
to the ball, force the defender to make contact.
And now here he is at the line, points for Georgian.
Drains both free throws. 77-58, 1:15 left in the quarter. Joseph brings the ball up for Lambton. Drives, kicks it inside. Oh, late foul call. Shaq Seymour drives and forces a foul off Ben Toffel.
Second foul in the quarter for the Grizzlies. Number 8,
Once again, you can see Joseph kicks it inside. And Toffel catches him. Misses his first free throw though. Matt Colson giving his big guns a rest here the rest of the quarter. Hoping it'll pay off and Lambton doesn't go on a run.
Number 22, Keith Laird.
Keith Laria back in the game for Lambton. Mago brings the ball up for Georgian. They try to trap him. Inside to Wilson. Green, open three. Can't get it to go, overshoots by a mile. Back on defense comes Georgian Peters. Laria, open three. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Mago. 42 seconds left in the quarter.
Chance at a 2-for-1 opportunity here if you're Georgia. Let's see if they can score quickly.
Oh. Trip on the play. Lambert Kador sends Anthony Mago to the line. Mago's back here. Anthony pushes the ball here. Lambert comes over and pushes him.
Number 7, Journey Joseph.
Journey Joseph back in the game for Lambton. So that's an example there, Sean, of Anthony's aggressive of paying off, like you said. Drains the first one. This is the second.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to watch from Georgian. You got a lot of talented, quick players like from Mago, Wilson. They got caught on the outside last night against Humber, weren't really attacking the rim. Interesting to see what they do. Try and create open looks for Mago to drive to the basket here today.
Nice pass by Cardon Edwards inside to Lambert Kador. And again, Lambert, the Lions showing their athleticism there and skill.
Got a chance at a last shot here. Here's Tofill. Gonna be out of time. Got it off.
Oh, can't get it to go though. 78-61, Georgian leads going into the fourth quarter. And certainly that's where Georgian wanted to be in this game. Tough game last night against Humber. You got to do the whole game. What's the difference been from what you've been able to see in this quarter from last?
Well, they're just playing a little bit faster, and I think they have just a little bit more confidence. You're going up against Humber, one of the best teams in the OCAA. Sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating to knock down those open shots. I think today you're seeing them play with a little bit more confidence. They're shooting the ball well, and I think that's just a product of feeling good about their opponent, feeling good about what they came here to do. It's showing on the scoreboard so far.
Yeah, both teams showing their athleticism there in that series that we just saw. Between the legs, back pass to Van Nessen for a layup. And then Keith Laria just going coast to coast with a slam dunk. So the Grizzlies, 78-61 going into the fourth quarter. And they've been shooting a lot better today than they were yesterday, haven't they?
Definitely, and not getting caught in foul trouble. Lambton hasn't really been to the line this game, and when they have gotten there, they're only shooting 33%. So
wow. Something
something that Lambton definitely wants to improve on. The other way around, Georgian is getting to the line very well and knocking down their shot. So that's good to see, shooting 63% on the game from the free throw line.
And certainly the likes of Mago, Williams, McIntosh having big games as well is helping the cause. But and they're getting contributions from the bench as well. Toffel came in, has played well. Damon Green's played well.
I mean, we've got 4 players in double digits with Williams, McIntosh, Vanessen, Dutton, and Mago. That's very good, getting production out of all players on the floor.
10 minutes to go. No lead is safe against these Lambton Lions. But the Grizzlies up by 17 with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, both teams are shooting pretty well field goal percentage-wise. They're both up over 50%, so that's pretty good.
Wow. It's very good. Mago drives the lane, kicks it out. Van Nessen up to the top to Toffel. Toffel drives, looks, and he gets the bucket and the foul.
That was a great post move by Toffel there. Got his defender up in the air.
Number 5,
And he'll be shooting one.
First foul, Gordon. The Lions. Number 9, Ben Toffel is shooting one.
And he makes it. 81-61, Grizzlies lead. Cardon Edwards bringing it up for Lambton. Tyvel Peters, Keith Laria. Oh. Laria called for the charge.
It's a great sequence there for Toffel, getting the three-point play on the offensive end, then coming back on defense, putting his body on the line, getting the ball back for his Grizzlies team.
Laria doesn't like the call, but Dennis Ajadis in the game now.
Well, if he didn't commit the charge, he probably would have been called for a travel anyways. He was kind of stuck there. Toffel was in a good defensive position.
Van Nessen to Martin. Martin around the key. Stops, doesn't get called for a travel. Toffel for three, can't get it to go. And
get back.
Peters back. Easy lay-in for two. Lambton scores off the transition. 81-63. Mago setting play up. Toffel. Wilson. Puts it up, can't get it to go.
That's just a bit of a careless mistake there by Hegedus, closing in on the shooter a little too much, gets called for the foul.
And he draws a foul on Hegedus.
Well, it's problematic for Lambton, and more than just giving up the 3 free throws right here. Already just over a minute in to this quarter, they got 3 team fouls. Once again, foul trouble.
It'll cost them down the line if they're trying to claw their way back in. They don't want to be given a bonus situation too early in this quarter.
Well, they're also in a position where they have to force turnovers. They have to play high-pressure defense. You can't do that as effectively when you got 3 fouls and you're worried about sending the other team to the line.
Mago makes his first, makes his second. Puts the league back to 20 for Georgian. And drains his third. 84-63. Cardon Edwards kicks it out, no look pass. And strained for 3 points. Deshaun Kelly. Cardon Edwards showing there why he's a second team All-Star for the West this year. In and out. Dutton with a rebound. Kicks it out to Mago for 3. Drains it!
What a rebound by Sean Dutton there. He created that play, created the second chance opportunity.
Sean Dutton is a great story. He's recovered from a devastating knee injury, a couple of years off, comes back, and has been really a big contributor for these Grizzlies this year. Williams McIntosh into Mago. Mago out to Van Nessen. Van Nessen swings it around to Martin. Martin into Dutton. Dutton gets called for a travel. That call made the coaching staff of the Lions pretty happy. They've been looking for a travel call this entire half. Finally got one. Tyvel Peters brings it back up to Cardon Edwards. Swings it over. Tipped out of bounds by Williams McIntosh. Edwards inbounds the ball to Watts. Watts to Peters. Peters drives Kicks it out to Edwards. Edwards for three. Can't get it to go. Dutton with a rebound. Anthony Mego bringing the ball back up. So again, with the lead, they just want to slow things down, make sure they use the entire shot clock, don't they, Sean?
Exactly. Use that full 24. Good ball movement here, creating smoke.
Oh, and a three-pointer! Nikhil Williams-McIntosh with another three-point play. You can tell by the smile on his face that he's having a good game. Watts for three.
Right back at him.
He drains it. Oh, it was only 2 points.
There, yeah.
His foot was on the line. 90-70. Grizzlies by 26:54 left in the game. Dutton into Martin. Swings it around to Mego, being patient. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Looking for the block from Dutton. Dutton. Mego drives the lane. 2 seconds left. Can't get it to go. Can't get the rebound. Watts with the rebound. Up to Cardon Edwards. He drives the floor. Kicks it out. Peters for three. Can't get it to go. Martin with a big rebound. That's what I want to see. Lots of guys back defensively rebounding. Van Nessen hacked going out by Hagaitis.
And there's a good play by the Grizzlies. There's still over 6 minutes left in this quarter. A lot of basketball being played. As much as you want to use up clock, if they're shooting the ball well, if you got open looks, take them, keep scoring. That's the best way to win the game, really.
Absolutely. Sometimes the best offense or best defense is good offense.
Exactly.
Timeout. Timeout on the floor.
Timeout call.
Timeout on the floor to Lambton. 6:19 left in the fourth quarter. Georgian up 90-70. We're talking to Coach, assistant coach John Marley at halftime. Big thing that he commented on was that they were hitting their shots. They had a game plan coming into this tournament, really wanted to be able to execute it against Humber. But as we saw in that first quarter, they got against Humber, got a lot of stops, just couldn't score on the other end.
Exactly. They had looks. Van Nessen was able to knock down a three, make a good 2-point play. They're getting looks from the mid-range. They just had trouble getting inside. And I mean, when Humber goes on a 9-0 run to start the game, that's not going to help you. Fauzi Muhammad was able to get 9 points on his own, immediately put Georgian in a hole when they were playing from behind. It was just a tough start for Georgian.
Van Nessen certainly brought his A game this time. Williams-McIntosh, Nikhil Williams-McIntosh has been hitting from range as well. And certainly they've been able to get into a rhythm on offense. Swinging the ball around the top of the key, being patient, not forcing things. And it's paid off so far, but 6:19 left to go. The home squad's up by 90-70. But as we've seen in transition, Lambton can run the floor, they can score in bunches, and it's going to be key for Georgian to play a little bit of defense as well. Van Nessen at the line shooting 2. Makes his first shot.
For Georgian, even halfway through that Humber game, I thought we started to see them settle in, start making some shots, and I think that's just continuing into today. To start out yesterday, it was a full house, a lot of pressure. They haven't really played in a game that big this year, so it took them a little while to settle in. Unfortunately, it was a little too late, but they're playing well here today.
Edwards loses the handle on a ball and then gets called on a reach-in foul against Williams-McIntosh. That's their 5th foul of the quarter with only 6 minutes left. Georgian back at the line. Number 8, Shaq Seymour coming into the game, replacing Cardon Edwards. You can see the frustration setting in for the Lambton Lions now.
Seems like every defensive possession right now they're getting called for a foul.
Williams-McIntosh makes both. (94-7) the Georgian. Van Nessen over to Martin. Martin. Tries to go across the court, can't do it. Kelly for 3, can't make it go. Martin with a rebound. To Anthony Mego. Up to Dutton. Oh! Foul.
Or out of bounds Grizzlies, Lions possession.
A little
It wasn't a
surprised.
foul, just knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised this is Lambton's ball. Thought it might have gone off
Deflected
the
off
line
of Shaq Seymour there, but refs were in a better spot than we were.
Got that right.
Lambert Cador into Peters, over to Watts. Shaq Seymour for three, can't make it go. Williams McIntosh with a rebound.
Got the look they wanted there, just not able to knock it down.
Anthony Mago bringing the ball back up court for Georgian, taking his time, keeping the pace slow. Again, time is on Georgian's side with a big lead. Williams McIntosh for three, can't make it go. Lots of time left on the shot clock. That may have been an ill-advised shot.
Good take by Peters.
Van Nessen gets called on the foul on Peters. Substitution. Tyler Grevers coming into the game. Well, Tyval Peters shooting here for Lambton. Puts it in the bucket. Rebound by Dutton. Over to Mago. Georgian comes back up court again. Tipped out of bounds by Grevers. Georgian Grizzlies ball. And it looks as though now with 5 minutes left, Lambton's going to be turning up the defensive pressure, trying to trap Georgian again. Georgian doesn't have a good track record against the trap, do they?
No.
Oh, but it doesn't matter what you do trap-wise if Van Nessen's hitting from three. Tyler Van Nessen with a wide open look and makes it count. 97-71. Lambert Cador goes in.
Yep.
Oh, sees Grevers and Mago with a foul.
If I was Lambton, I think I would pressure them a little bit earlier when they're heading up court, not when they settle into the offensive end. Sure, at this point, you're putting yourself at risk of foul trouble, but it's not going to hurt you too much. You've already got 5 fouls, and you're down by so much.
Tyval Peters out of the game.
Free throw line.
Mago bringing the ball back up. Mago. Into Martin. Martin swings it back to Mago. Mago setting things up again. 3 seconds left on the clock. Shoots a three and banks it in.
He called bank.
But just like he drew it up, eh, Sean?
Yeah. It's a great shot there.
171 for three. Can't get it to go. Grevers can't get it to go. White ball.
Lions have gotten that look a couple times this quarter, just haven't been able to knock it down.
Williams McIntosh out of the game. Sean Dutton coming out of the game. So we have Damon Green back in the game. Ben Toffel. And making his first appearance, Scott Smith. Martin.
Smith
Toffel.
got some time late in the game last night, but good to see Colson working with that rotation, getting some guys some experience.
And another three-pointer, Damon Green. Really on fire today, 103-71. And a nice transition bucket by Deshaun Kelly to make it 103-73.
Looks like we're about to have Will Houseman as well as Josiah Crooks coming into the game. Obviously, Grizzlies feeling pretty good about where they are in this game, ready to give some experience to the younger guys.
Chip ball off of Lambert Cador. And we have substitutions all around. Coming in for the Grizzlies now. William Houseman has come into the game. And Josiah Crooks is coming to the game for Georgian as well. So their full second unit on. And coming in for the Lions, we have Jason Heron in now, number 2. Shaq Seymour obviously is back in the game as well. And in the middle of the floor, number 14, who is not on my roster sheet, is making an appearance.
I believe that is Hyde. He was a late addition to the team.
Yes, I believe you told me that yesterday. Back in the middle, Shaq Seymour. Out to Grievers. Grievers for 3, and he gets it to go in off the backboard.
Cheeky smile there. I don't think he was going for the bank shot, but he got it.
Toffel. Scott Smith over to Green. Green. Dribbles. Brings it into the house. Kicks it out. Foul on the play.
Foul called on number 14. Number 35, Dan Green, shoot 2.
Green misses his first one. Grievers with a rebound. The floor to Shaq Seymour. Shaq Seymour into Heron. Heron up to Seymour. Seymour, top of the key, dribbles, shoots, can't get it to go. Grievers with a rebound. Tries to keep it in bounds, but knocks it out of bounds. Grizzlies ball, 2:23 left in the game, 103.
Griever's doing a good job since he's coming to the game. He's making an impact.
Absolutely. Damon Green. Up to Crooks. Crooks holds on to it, but Shaq Seymour fouls him. Crooks at the line, shooting 2. Gets the first one in. Can't get the second one to go. Toffel tries to rebound. Grievers there for it. Seymour brings the ball up for Lambton. On Green. Deshaun Kelly for 3, and he makes it.
Deshaun Kelly for 3.
104-79. Can't make it go. Toffel. Jump ball. Smith and Toffel there.
Foul called on number 34, Scott Smith.
Scott Smith called with a foul. That's a 4th team foul. One more and the Lambton will be in the bonus situation. Shaq. Over to Kelly, shooting 3 again. Can't make it go. Rebound Heron. Heron into Shaq. Shaq.
Ball's gonna go against Scott Smith there.
Smith with a second foul in a minute.
Now both teams in the bonus.
Foul called on number 34, Scott
This last
Smith.
minute 36 could be a long last minute 36.
The refs being very involved in this one.
Number 8,
Seymour
Scott
drains the
Seymour
first one.
shooting.
And drains the second. 104-81. As Damon Green brings the ball back up for Georgia, and he's trapped.
Find Toffel, yeah, there he is.
Toffel, turnaround jumper, and it's good. Ben Toffel beats 106-81. Shaq Seymour looking for Heron. Heron kicks it out to Kelly. Kelly drains another 3-pointer.
Deshaun Kelly for
His
3.
3rd 3-pointer in the last few minutes.
Lambton is in the fourth quarter doing a good job getting that ball inside, dishing it out. They're getting open looks. And
William Hausman brings it to the house, gets the call, and goes to the line.
Foul ball on number 24, Tyler Grievers. His first foul of the game. Number 24, William Hausman, shooting 2.
Hausman puts the first one in. Georgian's been pretty good from the line today.
yeah, shooting very well.
Misses that one though. Shaq Seymour bringing the ball back up. 1 minute left in the game. Kelly steps back, tries to shoot the three. Seymour for three. Nails it! As they press again.
Shaq Seymour. For 3.
Oh,
And there's that half-court press working out for Lambton. Surprised we didn't see a little bit more of that earlier in the fourth quarter.
I am too. Crooks breaks it down. Toffel gets the ball, and he gets hacked. Looked like Grievers got all ball there, but the referee thought differently. Ben Toffel going to the line.
Number 14. Number 9, Ben Toffel, shooting 2.
Let's just talk about how important this win can be for the Grizzlies. Sure, it's the consolation bracket, but definitely good as the host team to play all the way through to Saturday, get the crowd involved, keep them in it, and of course, you get to build on a young roster that the Grizzlies have.
Absolutely. I think for a program like Georgian's, it's hugely important. Lambton coach James Grant was talking about the same thing at halftime as well for his team. All his players are returning this year. So as disappointed as they were, he wanted them to have the experience of this game to keep things going. And he's got to be disappointed they're not playing in the well, it doesn't look as though they're going to be playing in the final tomorrow, down 109-89 with 28 seconds left.
Important to note too for Georgian, some people will knock them as the host tournament. They didn't necessarily play their way into the tournament, but they're a very competitive team. They can play against teams and win against teams that have earned a spot in this tournament. So Georgian Grizzlies basketball program not going anywhere fast.
Absolutely. Smith. Smith tough underneath the basket and earns himself a trip to the free throw line. As Grievers gets another foul. 26 seconds left in the game, 109-90.
Foul ball number 14. Third foul of the game. Number 34, Scott Smith, shooting 2.
Smith drains his first one. Can't get the second one to go. Gets a rebound though.
Great board by Tofield.
Grievers call for the foul, much to the chagrin of the Lambton coaching staff and the players.
They thought for sure they were going to get the charge there.
Foul ball.
Timeout call by Lambton. 20 seconds left in the half. 20 seconds left in the game. 110-90.
Yeah, I think if you're James Grant, just bring the team in, talk it over. It's been a good season. They just want to finish it as a group.
Absolutely. Draw up a play to end the game. On the flip side, it's a good opportunity, like as you were saying earlier, Sean, for Coach Matt Colson to be able to get some players in the game that don't get a lot of time normally. And certainly they've been playing really well in this last few minutes. Tall order for the Grizzlies tomorrow as they play the Redeemer Royals. Redeemer had a solid game against Fanshawe today. The Royals always come to play, and they'll work hard. So Grizzlies are going to have to be ready to play at another level again tomorrow, but this is certainly a good sign, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. And Redeemer in that first game on Thursday had a little bit of trouble out the gates. They only scored 14 points in that first half. If you're Georgian, watch that tape of how they did that. Hold them to not score too much early, you know? You can have a good start.
Absolutely. It's the type of defense that Seneca played against them and certainly helped the cause. Crooks misses his second shot. 20 seconds left.
So we have no shot clock
No
here.
shot clock.
Let's see what James Grant drew up. There's a good play.
It was a good play. Hausman brings it out of bounds. Toffel just running the clock out.
They got to get it over half, though. And just a little rookie mistake there. He had to move the ball over half, got caught
He
dribbling.
makes it count to end the season. Shaq Seymour.
Good finish for Lambton. They had a good
Lambton
year.
scores the last 4, but Georgian gets the victory. The Georgian Grizzlies with a 110-94 victory over the Lambton Lions in the consolation semifinal. They will meet the Redeemer Royals tomorrow at noon in the consolation final here at the 2019 OCAA belairdirect Men's Basketball Championships.
Definitely a positive for seniors like Mego, Vanesson, Martin. Get to play one more game in front of the home crowd.
Absolutely, and it's on Saturday, and so we should have a good crowd here for that game. Players of the game today for the winning Georgian Grizzlies side, number 10, Anthony Mego. He certainly took control of the game early, scored 3-pointers early, and got the team rolling. And on the other side for the Lambton Lions, number 1, Tyvel Peters was the player of the game.
Yeah, Peters had 20 points. Mego on the other end had 32 points, 10 assists, nice double-double. So Georgian Grizzlies came out to play, end up taking this one 110-94. Big congratulations to Tyvel Peters and Anthony Mego. Well, the Grizzlies are going to get one more playing at noon tomorrow. They'll host a Redeemer, and this hometown crowd can show out one more time here at the Georgian College Athletic Centre. The consolation semifinals are wrapping up. It all gets ready for the 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock game semifinal, Final Four action. In the meantime, we've got Anthony Mego and Matt Colson standing courtside.
I'm joined here by player of the game Anthony Mego from the Georgian Grizzlies, and joined here by head coach Matt Colson. Matt, big game today. You guys turned around from a disappointing loss last night. What were the keys for you?
The big key is they came out to play. It's really tough when you got your heart set on winning that first game to show up on the consolation side and give your best effort, and they did. They showed up. They executed the game plan for a second night in a row. Our shots fell in the first half, unlike last night, which really got us going, and Anthony carried us home.
Absolutely. Anthony, you had a great game, executed well, as did all your teammates. How'd you guys feel coming into this game, and were you happy to get off to a good start and keep that rolling?
The biggest thing for us was just we wanted to show everyone that we deserve to be here in playoffs. And me being a senior, I didn't want it to be my last game.
Absolutely.
So I just came out just to fight.
Thanks a lot, guys. Back to you, Sean.
So at the end of the consolation semifinals, it's the Georgian Grizzlies and Redeemer Royals walking away with victory. They'll tip off at noon tomorrow in the consolation final, but stay tuned. Return to us for 6 o'clock semifinal, Final Four action of the 2019 OCAA Men's Basketball Championship. We got the Seneca Sting taking on the Sheridan Bruins at 6. And then the Niagara Knights take on the Humber Hawks at 8. We'll be here to bring it all to you. We'll see you then.